The tension across the country is growing by the day, and everybody is talking about it. What we are seeing now is not just another security story. It is a serious national issue that has touched the lives of many families. In the past few days, reports of fresh bandit attacks in parts of northern Nigeria have shocked the nation. Entire communities were thrown into fear after armed men stormed villages, attacked residents, and left many people dead. Families were broken overnight, homes were destroyed, and survivors are still trying to understand how such violence keeps happening again and again. As these reports spread, pressure quickly mounted on the federal government. Nigerians began asking hard questions. People want to know why. After years of military operations and repeated promises, bandits are still able to move freely, attack villages, and escape without being caught. This anger and frustration did not only come from ordinary citizens, it also came from leaders in the affected regions. Northern governors, who are closer to the people and see the impact daily, began to openly express their dissatisfaction with how the situation is being handled. This is where things became very heated. Behind closed doors and in public discussions, there were strong exchanges between the presidency and some northern governors. The governors reportedly pushed the point that their people are tired of words and need real protection. They argued that local communities are suffering and losing trust in government because attacks keep happening. According to them, every new incident makes it harder to convince citizens that help is truly on the way. They believe more decisive action is needed, not just statements after each attack. On the other side, the federal government maintains that security forces are working hard and that the fight against banditry is ongoing. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has repeatedly made it clear that criminal groups will not be allowed to overrun the country. He has promised that security agencies have been given clear instructions to deal with criminals firmly and lawfully. From the presidency, the message is that these operations take time and must be done carefully to avoid harm to innocent people. But let us be honest, for the families who lost loved ones, time feels like an excuse. For farmers who are scared to go to their farms, patience is very difficult. For parents who fear sending their children to school, government assurances do not remove the fear in their hearts. This is why the debate has become so emotional. It is not just politics. It is about real lives and real suffering. As this disagreement continues, Nigerians are watching closely. Many people feel caught in the middle. They hear governors blaming the federal government, and the federal government responding by saying it is doing its best. Meanwhile, bandits continue to strike in some areas. This has led to serious conversations across the country about how security should be handled. Some people believe states should have more control over security within their borders. Others argue that only the federal government has the capacity to handle such threats. One major concern is the impact on food security. When farmers cannot safely access their land, food production drops. This leads to higher food prices, which affects everyone, not just those in the north. Markets suffer, transportation becomes risky, and the entire economy feels the pressure. Insecurity in one region does not stay in that region. It spreads across the country in different ways. Another issue is displacement. Each attack forces more people to leave their homes and seek safety elsewhere. Camps become overcrowded, resources become scarce, and social problems increase. Children in these situations often miss out on education, and that creates long-term problems for the nation. These are some of the realities that make this crisis more than just a headline. Now let me remind you, if you are finding this update helpful and clear, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us bring you more real-time news and balanced gist like this. Don't forget to turn on your notifications so you don't miss our next update. The disagreement between the president and the northern governors also shows a deeper issue in Nigeria's system. It reveals the struggle between central authority and regional responsibility. Governors are elected to protect their people, but they depend heavily on federal security agencies. When things go wrong, they face the anger of the people, even though they do not fully control the security forces. This creates frustration and sometimes public disagreements like the one we are seeing now. Many Nigerians are now asking whether new strategies are needed. Some experts suggest better intelligence gathering and stronger cooperation between communities and security agencies. Others believe that cutting off funding sources for criminal groups would weaken them faster. There are also calls for improved welfare and equipment for security personnel, because a motivated and well-supported force performs better. While these discussions continue, one thing is clear. Nigerians want action that produces results. They want to see arrests, successful operations, and lasting peace in affected areas. They want to wake up without fear of hearing bad news every other day. Trust in leadership depends on visible improvement, not just promises. As we continue to follow this developing situation, it is important to stay informed and calm. Spreading fear or false information only worsens things. What is needed now is unity, accountability, and sincere effort from all levels of government. The lives of citizens must come first, above politics and arguments. Once again, please like this video and subscribe if you want us to keep bringing you clear and easy to understand updates like this. Your support means a lot. The conversation across the country has not slowed down at all. In fact, it is getting louder. Since these recent attacks, more voices have joined the discussion, including community leaders, security experts, and ordinary citizens who feel tired of living in fear. Many people are saying the same thing in different ways. The situation cannot continue like this. They believe that if strong decisions are not taken now, the problem may grow bigger and more difficult to control. One important point people keep raising is intelligence. Several security analysts have said that bandits do not just appear from nowhere. They plan, they communicate, and they rely on information. That means there are gaps somewhere. Nigerians are asking how these groups still know when and where to strike. Some people believe informants within communities may be helping criminals, either out of fear or for money. Others believe the terrain and poor surveillance give bandits an advantage. Whatever the reason, many agree that better intelligence could prevent attacks before they happen, instead of reacting after lives are lost. Another issue being discussed is the role of local communities. In some areas, residents say they have warned authorities before attacks happened, but nothing was done on time. This has created anger and mistrust. People want to feel heard. They want a system where information from locals is taken seriously and acted upon quickly. Without trust between the people and security agencies, it becomes harder to fight crime effectively. As these debates continue, the political pressure on leaders keeps rising. Northern governors are facing questions from their people every day. They are being asked what they are doing differently to protect lives. Some governors have increased local security efforts, while others are calling for changes at the national level. This is part of why their exchanges with the federal government have become tense. They feel the weight of public expectation directly.